Hello, dear students of English 3. Welcome to session number 9 of the class. It is more than a pleasure to have you in this particular Zoom meeting. Today, we're going to try to cover session 9 based on unit 5. I confront a big family, okay? Before to get started this particular session of the class, I want to explain you something really important. In here, we have a kind of a survey that you need to fill in or complete. Okay, so basically, you just need to type your ID that is related to your personal information. So we just need your ID. You're gonna type it in, and then we have some questions in here that you're going to select or you're going to choose one choice. For example, number 1, presenta los objetivos, contenidos y formas de evaluación en cada clase. Siempre, casi siempre, raras veces, nunca. So it means that you're going to select one. Also in here we have demuestra dominio de la materia que imparte. Siempre, casi siempre, raras veces, nunca. So it means that you need to select one as well. Cumple con el horario establecido para el curso. Siempre, casi siempre, a veces, nunca. Okay? The same one. You need to select one. Explica con claridad y de forma coherente los contenidos impartidos. Siempre, casi siempre, raras veces, nunca. And of course, you have to select one. And then, evidencia que prepara la clase con anticipación. You need to pick up one. Organiza el curso de manera que ayude al aprendizaje. Demuestres entusiasmo al impartir los contenidos. Estimula el interés por la materia. Aclara satisfactoriamente las dudas que se le plantean. Se preocupa por los estudiantes aprendan y los ayuda a aprender, estimula la discusión en clase, utiliza un lenguaje y vocabulario comprensible, propicia la confianza y un ambiente agradable en clase. Also, responde cortésmente las inquietudes y dudas de los estudiantes, promueve el desarrollo de actitudes positivas y valores éticos, desarrolla el curso con el balance apropiado entre la teoría y la práctica, acepta críticas por parte de los estudiantes, cumple con lo acumulado antes de cada parcial, resuelve los exámenes después de cada parcial. Evaluación general del docente. Excelente, muy bueno, bueno, regular, deficiente. So it means that you need to pick one of those items. And at the end, you are going to provide us a suggestion, right? Tell us, let us know your opinion. This is basically to note, to evaluate the teacher's role with the class. Okay, now we're gonna take a quick look at the introductory video. This is an introduction of this session before that you fill in the survey. Okay, so it's really important to fill in the survey. Now let's take a quick look at this introductory video.
Hello class, welcome to your session 9. Let's go ahead and take a look at the topics we'll be covering for this lesson. So we're going to start off with a couple of practice exercises based on vocabulary from your family. Our first exercise will be describing your family. So you guys are going to describe your family members. You can include their names, age, what they are like, and at least 2 characteristics. Okay, your grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, aunt, uncle, sister, if you have one, brother, if you have one, cousin, sister-in-law, if you have one, brother-in-law, if you have one. Okay. Then, of course, we have our second practice exercise, and you guys are going to fill in the blanks according to the graphics. So you have a couple graphics there of your family. So you guys are going to fill in the blanks based on the graphics. And then we're going to move on to a video. It's about members of the family. So it's just an instructional video about members of the family. Okay, we're going to move on to a reading, and it's just asking about families. Okay, and then we have another video, family members. learn the names of the family in English with pictures. So it's just illustrations on how to say the names of each family member. Okay. We're going to move on, and then we have our two grammar focuses. Our first grammar focus will be on the present continuous. We're going to see the structure of the present continuous, and then we are going to have our exercise, okay, for the present continuous. And then, of course, we're going to finish off with an explanation about quantifiers, okay? What are quantifiers? Which is, what we use them for, what information they give us, okay? So this will take us to the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, and I hope that we'll see each other in our next lesson.
Okay, thank you so much for taking this taking a look at the introductory video. For today's session, we're gonna be working on grammar focus, present continuous. Also, you will be able to learn new extra and new vocabulary related to family members. Okay, so those are the contents that we're gonna be covering for today's lesson. But before, we're going to make a practice exercise. Describing your family, you're going to describe your family members, include their names, age, what they are like, at least two characteristics of them. Okay, for example, okay, for example, my mother. Her name is Nena María Pérez Pineda. Okay, she is 45 years old. She's tall and very kind. Okay, so you're going to describe your family members that you live with, and then you're going to be describing them as well. Okay, so that is the practice exercise that we have at the very beginning. Also, we have a second practice exercise, answer based on the family tree. Okay, we're gonna get started. Fill in the blanks according to the graphic of the family. Okay. Marta is Donna's. Okay. Marta is Donna's. Okay. Okay. One. Marta is Donna's mother. Okay. For example. Number two. Chris is Sarah's. Chris is. Okay. Chris is Sarah's husband. Husband. Okay. Number three. Sam, Jumiko are. Okay, let me talk. Sam, Jumiko are. Sam, Sam are. Okay. Sam, Jumiko are couple. Or are Mary, something like that. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to be working on the present continuous. I will be explaining to you when to use the present continuous in English, okay? So this is a grammar tense that we have in English, and basically we use the present continuous when actions are taking place at the moment, okay? For example, in here we have questions for questions, closed questions and open questions. Are you living at home? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Affirmative and negative. Is your sister working for the government? Yes, she is. Not, she's not. Not, she isn't. Are Ed and Jill taking classes this year? Yes, they are. No, they are not. No, they aren't. Are at okay, sorry. Where are you working now? I'm not working. I need a job. What is your brother doing? He's traveling in the Amazon. What are your friends doing these days? They are studying for the exams. Okay, now I'm gonna be explaining to you the grammar usage for this effort from this grammar tense. We use the present continuous to express actions that are taking place at the moment in the real time. To make the present continuous, we use for affirmative, subject pronoun plus verb be, am is are, plus verb plus ing, and the predicate. Singular and plural, I am working, you are working, we are working, you are working. Also, we have for negative and in here, now the verb be, am, is, are can be contracted. He's, your, she's, it's, we're, you're, they are. Okay, I'm cooking right now. He's reading a box at the moment. We're going to the cinema tonight. Okay. Um, and here we have two examples. She's walking, he is running. And now we're going to take a quick look at the family members that we have in English, extra vocabulary.
Members of the family in English. This is you. You have a father, and a mother, They are your parents. Sometimes you have a brother, and or a sister. Your mother and your father also have parents. The father of your mother, or as we normally say, your mother's father, he is your grandfather. Your mother's mother is your grandmother. Your grandfather and your grandmother are your grandparents. Sometimes your mother or father have brothers and sisters. If your mother has a brother, he is your uncle. If your mother has a sister, she is your aunt or aunt. The pronunciation of aunt is British English. Aunt is American English. If your aunt is married to a man, he is also your uncle.
use the word cousin for a male or female. Now, imagine you are married. If you are married to a woman, she is your wife. Wife. If you are married to a man, he is your husband. Husband. If you have children, the boy is your son. Son. The girl is your daughter. Daughter. Your son and daughter are your children. Children. Now imagine your daughter is married. She has a husband. He is your son-in-law. Son-in-law. If your son is married, he has a wife. She is your daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law. If you are a man, you are her father-in-law. Father-in-law. If you are a woman, you are her mother-in-law. Mother-in-law. Now, what happens if your son or daughter have children? If your son or daughter have a son, he is your grandson. Grandson. If your son or daughter have a daughter, she is your granddaughter. Granddaughter. Now, imagine your brother is married. He has a wife. His wife is your sister-in-law. Sister-in-law. If your brother has a son, he is your nephew. Nephew. If your brother has a daughter, she is your niece. Niece.
Okay, thank you very much for taking this look at the video tutorial talking about or expressing the family members that we have in English. Also in here, we have another video tutorial that is pretty much interesting and expresses the family members. We're gonna learn family members of in English through pictures, okay? So first of all, we have grandmother. She is a grandmother, okay? Grandmother, a great grandmother. Then we have grandmother, and then we have mother, okay? Talking about females, mother has a, well, she is a wife. She's married, and she has a daughter, aunt, aunt. Also, we have a niece, cousin. Okay, but then you can take that quick look at the platform, and now in here we have questions, making questions using the simple present sorry, using the present continuous. Questions are also really easy, just like we made the questions with verb be in the simple present. We also put am, is, or are before the subject to make a yes no questions. Yes no questions. Am I eating chocolate? Are you studying now? Is he working? Is she doing her homework? Is it raining? Are we meeting at 6? Are they coming? For WH questions word, just put the question word at the front. Who am I eating chocolate? What are you studying now? When is he working? What is she doing? Why is it raining? Sorry. Who are we meeting? How are they traveling? And here we have two manners, two forms to make questions. We have the closed questions and we have the open questions, okay? Just take that explanation and keep in mind that whenever you want to express interrogative forms, you need to know how to structure your statements to make it clear and make sense in English. Now we're gonna have a reading, stay at home dads. Okay, so we're gonna try to read as a team this article. Okay, reading, stay at home dads. Read the title of the article, then check the questions you think the interviews will answer. What do men decide to stay at home with their children? What happens when we both parents work? What happens, sorry, when both parents work? Families in the USA are changing. One important change is that many fathers are staying home with their children. They take care of the kids and their wives go to work. Modern Family magazine asked three stay-at-home dads the question, what is like being a stay-at-home dad? William Shane expressed, I'm having a great time. When the kids are in school, I do housework. Our youngest child goes to school part-time. When I pick her up, I love the one-on-one time with her. Then when my two sons get home from school, we all play together. Why did I stay at home? Well, I wasn't happy at my job. It was pretty stressful, in fact. Daniel Evans, it's a challenge. We have two young children. They don't go they don't go to school yet. I never have time for myself. That's not easy, but my kids are growing up so fast. I really want to spend time with them when they're young. Also, my wife loves her job. I think most stay-at-home dads say the same thing. It's hard, but it's worth it. Um, well, Roberto Garcia expresses that in my neighborhood, there aren't many dads in the park with their kids on weekdays. Nearly all the parents are moms. I had a stressful job before and didn't have a lot of free time. I hate it. We have a daughter and I'm spending more time with her. I love that. I'm enjoying my freedom from work, but I'm also working very hard. Okay. Now, okay, hold that a second. Okay, now we're going to continue working on quantifiers, okay? Quantifiers. We're gonna take a look at the explanation in here. Okay, quantifiers. Quantifiers are words. We use the quantifiers when we want to give someone information about the number of something, how much or how many. Something like how much or how many. Sometimes we use a quantifier in the place of a determinator. Most children start school at the age of 5. We ate some bread and butter. We saw lots of beers. What are quantifiers? A quantifier, it's a word or phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity. Some, many, a lot of, and few are examples of quantifiers. Quantifiers can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Examples, there are some books on the desk. He's got only a few dollars. How much money have you got? There is a large quantity of fish in this river. He's got more friends than his sister. Examples of quantifiers with uncountable nouns. Much, a little, sorry, much, a little, a very little, a bit of, a great deal of, a large amount of, a large quantity. Also with both, all, enough, more, most, less, least, not, no one, no, any, some, any, a lot of, lots of, plenty of. With countable nouns, we have many, a few, very few, a number of, several, a large number of, a great number of, a majority of. Note, little and very little mean that there is not enough of something. A little means that there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. Few, very few mean that there is not enough of something. A few means that there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. Okay. In here, we have a practice exercise. Select the right quantifier. We're gonna get started. I work several hours a day. She usually drinks some coffee. Is there any juice left? Okay. Yes, there is sun. And then we are going to, okay. If you notice, it was very good. Well done. And here at the end, you're going to have an evaluated exercise. You're going to make sentences using the present continuous tense. And here, this exercise goes for 5 points. You're going to have 2 attempts. If you fail in the first one, you're going to have the second chance to make it better. Okay, make a sentence in the present continuous. Drive to school. I am driving to, sorry, driving to school. Okay, that could be a sentence using the present continuous. Then you are going to make 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences using the present continuous. That was just an example for you to have an idea. The other ones you need to make it by yourself because this is an evaluated exercise, okay? For those students who were not able to get joined to the Zoom meeting, let's remember that every single Zoom meeting, it's recorded and uploaded on YouTube. So you're not going to have any excuses that you will say, I couldn't be able to get joined to the Zoom meeting. However, you're going to be in the platform, you're going to look for the linking section. And in here, we have all the Zoom meetings that had been already recorded and uploaded. So it means that you're gonna click on it on the Zoom meeting that you missed, and then you can have a full recap of the Zoom meeting, okay? This is just an example for you to have an idea. Always remember, if you have a question, a suggestion, please do not hesitate to contact me through the WhatsApp group, okay? It was a pleasure to have you in this Zoom meeting, and I cannot wait to get to see you in the next Zoom meeting. Have a great Saturday evening, guys, and thank you. Thank you so much for everything, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.